Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from the Farmhouse Mom, and today we are going to make an easy 3-ingredient non-toxic dishwashing soap. I have been using this non-toxic dishwashing soap for a few months and it works great. It cleans your dishes just as well as a store-bought dishwashing liquid, and the most important part is it actually gets thick. I say it's a 3-ingredient. It's really 4 water, but I don't count that as an ingredient. So we are gonna start with some warm to hot water, 1 cup. So it's really just a 1:1:1 ratio. And to the warm water, we are gonna add 3 teaspoons of pink Himalayan sea salt. So, or I guess pink salt. It doesn't say it's sea salt. Which brings me to the first time I used this recipe, I found it online and they said to use sea salt. Well, I made that recipe 4 times and it never thickened up. And you know what it's like when you don't have thick dishwashing soap, you waste all of it. You're trying to like pump it out onto your sponge and it's just, you have to use double or triple the amount that you would normally use. And so it's why a lot of people don't use natural things, because a lot of times they don't work. So you have to find something that really works, and I promise you this does. We've got our 3 teaspoons of the Himalayan pink salt. I just get this at Sam's Club. We're gonna stir it up and dissolve the salt. And I made this ahead of time so you could see a close-up of me making it, and you can see when I'm dumping my salt in, some pepper is in it. So it's fine. It's totally fine. There's just like little flecks of pepper. So if you see what those little black spots are, that's it. I just used it from my normal, salt and pepper cooking dish, and the pepper always gets in the salt. All right, so it doesn't take long to get that pink salt dissolved. And actually when you add the second ingredient, which is the vinegar, it helps dissolve the salt even more. So we've got 1 cup of warm to hot water. Now we're gonna do 1 cup of just regular vinegar. So, and if you're not a Sam's Club person or you like to shop online, I'm gonna put the links of where you can buy the best and most cost-effective ingredients. And I actually did get my Sal Suds, my Dr. Bronner's, I'm gonna put this out of the way just because we already used it. My Dr. Bronner's Sal Suds, the cheapest place I found was Amazon, and with the shipping and whatnot, when you have free shipping, it works out to be the best. All right, so we've got our vinegar, our water, cup and a cup. And we're gonna use our Dr. Bronner's Sal Suds. So you might ask, well, why don't you just use the Sal Suds? Why do you have to use the other items? And this is concentrated, so it's meant to be mixed with water. And if you're just mixing this Dr. Bronner's Sal Suds with, I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I'm not making this whole video. And it's supposed to be pronounced a different way. But anyway, when you mix it with water, it just gets like very watery, and it's hard to have that cling to your dishes and do what it needs to do. So as you can see, when I add the Dr. Bronner's concentrated Sal Suds and it hits that vinegar and salt, it gets nice and thick and beautiful. And with the pink sea salt, I do kind of like that it's a nice pink color. So it just looks pretty in your little soap pump. And then also you can just, you can see it when you're putting it on your sponge or your dishes, and you can see how much you are, pumping out and how much soap that you're using. So my friend Leslie calls those brightly colored greens and blues, she says they're all endocrine disruptors. And so anytime I see something bright, like, people drinking like Mountain Dew and, just using brightly colored chemicals, it's just stuck in my head for years. So, all right, I'm gonna bring this really close so you can see how beautiful and thick that it is. So here we go, nice and thick, not watery at all. I usually just make up what I need, and I'll just put a cup in my dishwashing dispenser and I'll just shake it up. If you find that it ever gets a little watery or separated, you can just shake it up and then it immediately re-thickens into a nice gel. If you find that it's not thick, you can add another teaspoon of salt. I tried it with 2 teaspoons, not enough. 3 teaspoons seems good. And I will, once this gets like really low, I'll add a little bit more water and a little bit more salt. That extends the life of your dishwashing soap even longer. You can see how beautiful and thick this is. All right, and there you go. So now you have homemade dishwashing detergent. You don't have to run to the store. You can just pull this out from underneath the sink and it's there for you. Let me know if you make this and how it turns out. Like I said, if you feel like it's a little thin, you can always shake to kind of reactivate the thick gel. And then you can add a little bit more salt as well, and that might thicken it to your desired consistency. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.